Good morning, everybody. It's TONIK TCW. We're back here in the Tier 5 German battleship, the p.e.friedrich, with a video I've entitled Killing Their Dreams. Battered, burned, but not beaten. But it is going to take a lot of hard work to claim victory for Blue Team in this one, and it's all going to look like it's going completely pear-shaped, but we're going to pull it back. So sorry to Red Team for filling your bathtubs with salty tears on this one. I know you thought you had it in the bag, but you weren't counting on me. Having my head screwed on the right way and knowing exactly what I needed to do. Now there are two destroyers in this game. There's blue teams that run B and C cap, and normally because of the way the balance of forces go, I'm expecting that red team will have destroyers on A and B cap. As you can see, that Leander there is heading off around the island, and if you keep an eye on him on the minimap, he is going to help with the cap, but he is probably almost going to cost us this game. I do get spotted, and looking at where my detection range is, it could be anything. It could be something at the top of A cap, it could be something across on B cap, but we're going to try and push in, give ourselves some cover, and get the guns ready for some shots. And there we go. We've got a p.e.friedrich. As we fire those guns, we get the Fuso spotted. He's gone on to us. And chunk. Luckily we're able to bounce most of those, but we do lose a turret. The Heinrich is heading for B cap. Now he is going to have a flank and fire across onto A cap, so I don't exactly want to push too hard here and not be able to position myself to avoid fire from the Heinrich and the Fuso. Now notice we've got one cruiser that is just about to touch the cap. There is a little notch that you can just tuck your ship in there and touch the cap. But I think he's waiting for his buddy to push around that corner and spot the Fuso before they make a decision between themselves. And as neither of them seem to be moving, I guess it's going to come down to me to push around this corner and spot the giant battleship. But now he does get himself spotted. Both the cruisers appear to be touching cap. The Fuso is broadside, but I am absolutely certain he is looking for me. And given that we've only seen the Heinrich and the Fuso, that there's bound to be a destroyer out there as well. We fire, we take some chips off the top of the rock like we're hunting for fossils, and we are now spotted, and the DD is obviously in his smoke screen. He is gunning those two cruisers, and I'm expecting him to back up a little bit and get his torpedo angles onto me. The Fuso gets wise. He turns out, he starts heading away. I'm kind of committed to this point, and I know that Heinrich across there is swinging because he wants to get a full broadside onto me. Nobody on B cap is in a position to get shots on him, and this is the moment that I think that I am completely fudged, to be polite, because I've got a battleship on my left, a battleship on my right, and I've got a destroyer right in front of me, but he's not getting detected, and I'm guessing we got two cruisers that have sonar, and neither of them are in range to use it. So I'm going to try and push and get the forced detection on this destroyer at 2 kilometers. But he bobs up, sorry, at 3 kilometers, because I'm not running, I'm running the detection on this, so I pick him up at 3. I don't know where those torpedoes are going, but they're no use whatsoever. The Hiratsuyu is spotted. I'm no longer spotted, and I'm going to sort of see if I can get guns on, but I'm going to turn out because I'm expecting them coming straight across my bow. There he is. He's now turning away from me. We put some shots into his stern and do a bit of damage. Our secondaries are running, I'm still turning away. I'm well aware that that Fuso is there, but using the minimap, keeping one eye on the minimap, you can see what angle ships are at. And the Fuso thankfully lost interest in me, but he completely blatted our cruiser off the map. And the p.e.friedrich picks up the kills with his guns. The Fuso is in range of our secondaries, and so we're going to push this guy because we know that that other ship is just outside of range, so we should be safe. We've got the cap, actually a solo cap with the battleship. We slam the Fuso with a full broadside and take some guns out, and now we're going to turn in and get that slight angle on him to try and bounce things. He knows that my secondaries are going to take chunks off him. Blue team have managed to take control of all three caps, but we've lost 3 ships to red team's 2. So we do have an advantage. This cruiser is still sailing around to my left, around the outside of the map. Fuso is well angled to me, you know, going away. So I'm letting my secondaries do the work, let my turrets reload, and we're just going to push him. I'm thinking this cruiser is going to get some fire onto this guy sometime soon. You know, he's broadside to where that cruiser is. Please fire your guns. But to be honest, I have no idea what this guy is doing at all. But here we go. Let's get on that Fuso. Let's try and get rid of him. No, we still can't finish him. We've got a fire on him. And now they start shooting at him. But it's my fire that ticks him out. So it is 6 ships plays 6 ships. We have a 3 cap advantage, although red team have pushed C cap. They're also going to push back against B cap, but we've doubled the points. You know, pushing those caps early on has given us more than double the points that red team have. But this is where blue team are going to start folding horribly. We have a Cali there that did start across on C cap, but he's been pushed hard. Even though red team don't have any destroyers, they've pushed hard with a lot of big ships, and I think we've got a Cali, a cruiser, and the destroyer across there, who are now going to like basically start coming away from B cap, and they're going to let red team push. I can't see that far out across the map, but there we go. We lose the Fuso to a dev strike and a flesh wound from the Heinrich. It is still even Stevens with 5v5, but I'm thinking we've still got a destroyer. All right, he hasn't got a smoke screen, but he's looking pretty healthy across there. All he needs to do is move position, you know, put a flanking fire onto these red team ships with his torpedoes. He's got a reasonably fast reload on it, and then he can sneak around and get back in on that cap. Our cruiser buddy is still sailing round to my left. I think the only ship he's been in range of the entire game was the Fuso that we took out. But we lose our Erland. I thought it was a Vasteras, but it's not. It's an Erland, and or should I say, it was an Erland, but he's gone. And there goes our Heinrich as well. It is now 3 players 2. We are still double the points that red team have, but it is 3 ships plays 4 ships, should I say. And our California is sailing away, but he has turned up towards B cap and giving up a pretty flat broadside to the Emil, who's probably going to try and burn him down. And there's at least 2 battleships out here, but he takes care of the Emil. That is good. There we go. There's the Mackinson. Now I've got AP loaded. I go across the top here. I'm looking, and it's going to be close. You know, I'm thinking if we can stay alive on this one, then we've got a win in the bag. We've got 2 caps. There is 5 minutes left on the map. But then I say we've got a full health Fuso out there, well, pretty much at full health. And there's another battleship. I can't remember what it is now. But I go onto the Mackinson, who's got a broadside, and RNG is going to desert me a little bit on this one. And so I'm going to switch to HE, but I'm thinking a fire on this guy will tick him down some damage. That cruiser is now pushing in. It's only a Leander, and he's pushing in on 3 battleships. I don't know if he's got a smoke screen available, but I've got things spotted. The Cali has now thought the better of sailing broadside to those 3 ships. I'm going to pop some HE across at this Mackinson and try and light a fire, but he does get a good hit on us. We get a fire on him. The Cali realizes that he was about to sail into an island, and our cruiser decides to light up on the Mackinson when he has a paper-thin armor. It is 2 blue versus 3 red. We are still double the points. I'm trying to get another fire back onto this Mackinson before I disappear behind the island. The Cali, in his turn away from the island, put himself broadside to the Fuso and the other battleship and got himself knocked out of the game. And now it's not looking so pretty. Now, all that cruiser had to do was probably sail away, not push in towards 3 battleships, because this was never going to end well for him. And I'm realizing that this is probably the worst situation that I could have been in. I'm reasonably good on my health, but can I survive 3 minutes? Because this Leander is going to disappear back to port. I'm checking my secondary range. Fuso is pushing me. I've got the Mackinson off to my left. The Mackinson takes out the Leander. So somebody obviously had too much Cheetos dust on their fingers and didn't know how to control a ship. Red team, no, they've got 3 minutes to kill me. It's not a massively high-scoring match, this. But red team obviously think that they have got this in the bag. Now, we've kept that 2-cap advantage. I've got my left side screened from the Mackinson, but if he comes in behind me, I am absolutely shafted. I've got my guns to the left because I'm thinking that I'm going to have to pull out forward and turn after he's fired a salvo and try and kite away from here and survive for the next 2 minutes. But I'm undecided. Do I push? He turns to go all guns on me. I knock out one of his guns and I start backing up, but I realise that I can't back up into this centre cap because the Mackinson is off on my flank as well, and he's obviously just waiting for a cheesy broadside shot. I can't see the other 2. I've got a 3-way fight, but here we go. There's the other ship coming around to the front as well. I am royally shafted here. This Fuso should be getting citadeled. I mean, seriously, that range, even with the guns on the Friedrich, this guy should be getting citadeled, but I just can't do it. I can't afford to damage control those fires. I've literally got to leave it burning until the last second. You know, there are 50 seconds that I've got to survive. I've now damaged con. I've got 23 seconds. I know that those turrets aren't going to turn quick enough for this Fuso, so I'm going to have to pull forward to bring those turrets into line with them. I'm double fired. We're 954 points. Fuso gets Citadel 997 1000, and I pick up a high caliber and a dreadnought. with 105,000 damage, and I probably had seconds to live on that one. I said, not a huge massive damage or base XP score, but 3-on-1. I definitely had to cling on for dear life then. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to the channel, click like, and if you want to hang around and watch some more videos, please do click on one of these links. Until next time, take care and goodbye.